Alright, listen. So, I was supposed to upload yesterday, right? But there's something going on with my YouTube, I guess. They're not letting me upload. It'll process it and start uploading it, but then it'll go waiting, and it's been this video was supposed to go out yesterday along with another video, but I was never able to get this video out. It was waiting for a whole 5 hours or so. I made this one in the morning, and I just deleted it last night because I'm gonna see if it was just a one-off thing. Anyway, I'm gonna try to keep it Disney Channel friendly this time, so that way, if that is the case, I don't get my channel taken down or anything. So Naruto, well, no, fuck, I left off with Garo. What's the name, man? So Garo walks up to Naruto, and Naruto kind of dismisses him. Oh wait, no. So somebody brought something to my attention on my first part. So I could just say Kaguya amplify his growth rate, but that would be kind of weird because that would mean he would be older than everybody around him. So Naruto, when I said skips 2 months, I meant to say in at the beginning of the anime, when he was getting chased with those what's the name people. That was 2 months after that. That's not yeah, but he had a good point. I did kind of mess up there because I didn't make myself completely clear. So I appreciate constructive criticism like that. Thank you, my dude. Anyway, so Gar walks up to Naruto and Gar walks up to Naruto and Naruto kind of dismisses Gar because Gar had that whole little edgelord vibe about him. And Gar still does. It's just Gar wants to know how is he not like him because the nine tails. And he Gar asks him this, and not Naruto turns around and was like, "What do you mean like this?" And then Gar kind of tells him the seal that's holding the one tails, which is Shukaku, isn't good. I can hear every word he says. And and Naruto basically tells him I could have a word with him if you want me to. And Shukaku was like, how? And he was like, oh, it's easy. I just gotta put some of my chakra into your head. So Naruto goes in Gaara's head. Now if in my previous parts, if I said Kaguya went to go see Shukaku, she did. But if she didn't, she didn't. But Shukaku took her seriously. But since she hasn't came back since, Shukaku thought it was just a one-off thing. So yeah, that's the reason why. So Naruto goes in there, and he sees the one tails, and the one tails remarks, you have the same you have the same vibe as that other girl, of that other person that came in here not too long ago. And Naruto was like, wait, are you talking about? He was like, I think her name was Kaguya. Anyway, what are you doing here? And Naruto basically tells him yo, you gotta stop messing with this little kid. Man, just let him live his life. And Shukaku starts laughing and asking him, what are you gonna do? And Naruto's absolutely nothing. And he leaves his head, and Shukaku's laughing at Gaara, thinking that Naruto's gonna do something. And Naruto kind of walks off and brings Sasuke, his little group with him, including Temari, just because he wants Temari to know that there's no bad blood between them. So Naruto tells them there's a trigger, there's a seal on Shukaku and Gaara, to where in a couple of minutes it's gonna go off and Gaara's gonna go ape shit crazy. And it's gonna happen in between me and your fight tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to put you out of your misery. And Tamari looks at him like, this fight won't be so easy. And Sasuke looks at her and was like, Sasuke looks at her and just like chuckle a little bit. And Sakura like just looks at Sasuke and was like, bruh. And Naruto was like, yeah, it's not gonna be that easy. And she was like, how? And Naruto was like, cause I was hoping we could just have a long drawn out fight so I could display all my powers. And Sasuke was like, you have more? Like, the fuck? And Naruto basically tells Gaara like, well, I can't help you right now. I don't have all my chakra restored, so I can't help you right now. And that's a bold-faced lie, because anybody with half a brain can sense Naruto's overwhelming chakra, including the Nine Tails. His chakra embedded into his chakra. So, the Nine Tails is like laughing and like, bro, you really finna let that happen? And Naruto's like, don't worry about it, bro. I got this. And Naruto tells in the middle. Okay, so like Tamari and Naruto getting ready to fight, right? In the middle of the fight, Naruto tells he basically tells the prompters to wait a minute, and he tells like the lower third, and the lower third brings out like a whole bunch of Anbu and all of the Jonin and stuff that were just there like to watch. They were on guard, stuff like that. Like they were ready to seal Shukaku back into what's the name? But Naruto said he had it, but they're just like they know that like since all that was going on, there's bound to be some Saiyan ninja attacking and some more stuff like that. So Naruto, like they're gonna start in like I'm gonna say like 5 minutes in, because like Naruto's basically just messing around with Tamari, like just blocking all of her moves, and she's getting very frustrated. And then she kind of stops for a minute, and she kind of stops for a minute, and everybody's like, why did she stop? And she tries to move her fan, but she didn't stop by herself. Naruto grabbed her with the chakra arm, or with the chakra hand. And Naruto walks over to her and was like, it's about to happen now. And Gaara just starts like wilding out, and Naruto's like, when this is all over and you wake up, you should definitely come talk to me sometime. And he like just smacks her against the floor, and she passes out. And the prompters say Naruto won, and everybody think of Naruto now like this cruel ass kid, because he literally just picked this girl up and threw her into the floor. And wait a minute, hold on. Okay, just had to make sure. I was not finna record this shit again. If this shit don't upload, I'm low key just gonna post under one of my other posts saying that it's not uploading. So anyway, Naruto basically tells everybody to like just relax, and Naruto uses a chakra arm to grab Gaara and puts him into the arena. And Naruto tells Sakura to like put like a little wind barrier over the top of the arena. And Sakura was like, I'm not that strong. And Naruto was like, you don't even know how strong you really are until you try. See, look, Sakura's useful. I'm making good use of that little girl. Anyway, so Naruto, like, she does it, and it's a pretty good wind barrier. Like, people are able to walk on the wind barrier type shit. So Shukaku doesn't fully get out because Naruto it doesn't take like okay, so Shukaku shoots like a wind bullet, like that wind bullet shit at him, and Naruto kind of absorbs it with the blue Rinnegan that he got on his hand, and Naruto kind of shoots it back, but he shoots it back like 3 times stronger. So that way Shukaku would be dazed, and he kind of grabs Gaara and goes inside of his mind and kind of releases the Nine Tails into Shukaku's cage. So basically, right now, Gaara is the Jinchurikis of both tail beasts at this present moment in time. And the Nine Tails just beat up Shukaku, and then Naruto just extracts the Nine Tails from the seal. Now y'all thinking that would hurt Gaara. It does. It hurts him a hell of a lot. But since Naruto has a huge chakra pull as it is, all Naruto has to do is flood his own chakra into Gaara and then pull his chakra out along with the Nine Tails, which will cause less damage, meaning that his life won't be shortened, meaning that he won't end up dying from the extraction. So Gaara like falls back down to the floor, and Naruto's like just there, and the Sand Ninja are watching this happen, and they're like, "What is that kid like? How?" And Orochimaru sees that and was like, "Nope, gotta go." Like he just ditches. Like he's no sir, nope. That is not worth it. I am not finna go through that. No sir, nope. And hold on, because I forgot to mention this earlier. The guy also had another good point, like how Naruto was that strong at that young of an age. The only reason why I said that was because Naruto can be strong. I mean, he was raised by Kaguya, so you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. But still, Naruto can be strong and overpowered, but it takes skill to beat somebody more than power. Like, for instance, when Naruto was in a four-tail state fighting Orochimaru, Orochimaru was clearly outmatched in power. Everybody could see that. He was clearly outmatched in power. But since he had strats and strategies and training, he was able to beat the Nine Tails or delay it long enough for somebody to stop him. So with that being said, yeah. And also, I found out the scene that made me hate Sakura the most. It was that scene when she found out that Naruto was going through all that shit to find Sasuke, and she started crying and telling Sasuke telling Naruto he can stop now. That pissed me off because when he was little, Naruto couldn't bring back Sasuke. You called him all these types of words, and now since he's older and stronger and can use four tails to the nine tails state, it's a problem, partner. No, the fuck up and let him do what he want. Anyway, so Naruto basically he senses Orochimaru's presence, but he notices that it's like off into the distance. So Naruto doesn't really care. He just wants to see if Sasuke's there. And he is. So Danzo kind of like walks away from the Hokage and walks like to his Anbu headquarters or whatever. And at this point in time, Naruto's kind of suspicious of Danzo because there were Anbu that attacked him. It was Anbu that attacked him, Itachi, Sasuke, and Kaguya, but before the last time he seen Kaguya. Also, when I said the seal was weak and it was breaking, it wasn't like it was breaking, but it wasn't fully broken. Like she was able to leave the seal, but the seal was like over time was gonna try to pull her back in, and the more she resisted, the stronger it got. So over those years that she was taking care of Naruto, she was resisting the seal until that day when the pull was so hard she couldn't resist it and it pulled her back into the moon. And in the middle of all that, that's when she had that conversation with Hagoromo and went to Gaara, and then she got sealed back into the moon. Naruto doesn't know this. All Naruto knows is that Kaguya looked up at the moon every once in a while and just stared into space, literally. Anyway, so Naruto takes Temari and Sasuke and Gaara and all of them, including the puppet dude. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know his name. Like, he's a cool dude, but I don't know his name. Like, literally, most of the people in Naruto, if they weren't relevant enough to the story, like that dude that Sakura beat with that one old lady, I think his name was Sasori or whatever. But like, I literally cannot, like, for the life of me, remember most of these people's names. I'm sorry. Like, if y'all want me to do a what if on one of them, y'all have to tell me their name and stuff like that. I'm thinking about starting a Discord. I already got like what is it called? A server? Just let me know, cause that way y'all can like talk to me without using this and give me ideas and give me constructive criticism when I on and give me constructive criticism on what I could do better. Like, let me know. And yeah. So anyway, Naruto like grabs them and he jumps away, and Sasuke and Sakura know where he's going, so they just start running toward their house. And when they get there, Naruto has Gaara and Sasuke, not in Sasuke, like laying down on the couch, because Gaara literally just got a tail beast put into him and then extracted it. Then got the other tail beast, just mercifully just got beat up. So yeah. Naruto basically tells Sasuke that like well, Tamari, I think I put Tamari into a coma by accident. She should be waking up anytime soon, but for now, you know, she's just in my room, so I'm gonna be crashing in there with you. And no, like Sasuke like just shrugs her shoulders, and Sakura's like, "You put her into a what?" Like, hold on, you put her into a coma, and this is just normal for you? And Naruto was like, "No, it's not in the slightest. It's really not. I didn't think the slab put her into a coma. I think the fact that her chakra was weird, because when I picked her up, her chakra was disrupted. I think that's just another power of mine, I guess." And he does like air quotation finger marks and stuff. So like, I'm gonna say a whole week passed. Gaara now is like, Gaara's cool. And in this time, the Sand Village just told Gaara he should come back, but Gaara told them they was waiting on Tamari. But the puppet dude went back to the village, like went back to the Sand Village. And in this time, Naruto and Gaara had like several heart-to-hearts about, you know, Gaara's life, Naruto's life, you know, their powers, what they can do with their power, how they can do it, you know, why is it like that, and this and that, and stuff like that. So Naruto, for one, I'm gonna say it's like in the middle of the morning. No, like at the beginning of the day. Yeah. Tamari wakes up, but no one notices because they're all in the living room. Naruto notices because her chakra is not disrupted anymore, and he can sense like movement in her chakra waves because of that weird Byakugan Rinnegan thing that he has. So he goes and he walks away, and no, everyone's wondering what he just like. Why is he just randomly walking off? And Naruto goes and he looks in the room, and Tamari's trying to get up and walk, and Naruto tells her like, you know, you literally just woke up from a 2-week coma and you're trying to walk. And she's like, wait, a coma? Like, wait, what are you talking about? And Naruto's like, I disrupted your chakra flow by accident and put you into a coma. You should not be walking. And and Tamari just shrugs her shoulders and like gets up, and she just immediately falls. And Naruto's like, see, what do we learn? And she gets a little upset. She gets mad at Naruto and was like, this wouldn't have happened if you never picked me up and threw me into the floor, you know? And yeah, just basically just starts ranting on about how Naruto was being a jerk, and he could have just told her to act like she got knocked out. And then Naruto's like, but let's be honest, you wouldn't have did that. and she just looks like she just doesn't even care anymore. Naruto picks her up and puts her back in the bed. And Naruto like a girl that's as pretty as you shouldn't really be, you know, after they wake up, shouldn't really be trying to walk around after they just like got done in the coma and stuff like that. And Gaara was standing right there, so he knew what Naruto said. And Gaara was like, bro, what'd you just say? And Tamari just gave up. She laid back down and went back to sleep. How you go back to sleep after getting away from waking up from a coma, I have no idea, but she's doing it anyway. So, but don't flat like I'm not finna put it past her. Her face is beat red, but she got her head under the blanket, so it doesn't really matter. And Naruto realizes what he said, and Naruto's like, bro, unless you feel like getting thrown through a wall, this is not something you want to tell other people. And Sasuke doesn't care. Sasuke went in there and was like, told Sakura that he called Temari, told Neji and Hinata that Naruto told Temari that she was cute. And Neji was like, oh, so that's the type of person he into. And Hinata didn't really care at all in the slightest. Because at this point in time, Hinata literally just got a friendship with Naruto. There's nothing like in between there. The only difference is I would say that Naruto treats Hinata as like a little sister. Or like a sister in general. So like, yeah. Wait, is Naruto? I think Naruto's older than Hinata. Is he? No, they were in the same class. Anyway, I'm gonna just say Naruto treats Hinata as like his little sister. So I'm gonna give it like 2 more days, and Temari's able to like get up and walk around. And Temari notices that every other week, Naruto just every other 2 days, Naruto just gets up, walks out the house, and completely disappears. And no one knows. Like she asks them like, where does he go? And no one really knows. They just like it basically was like, yeah, we don't necessarily know where he goes. So she waits another 2 days. And in the span of those 2 days, Naruto doesn't really do anything. He just sits in his room because Temari's not in there anymore. He sits there in his room like hold on. He sits there in his room and kind of like bandages. Well, he doesn't bandage his arm. He doesn't bandage his arm anymore because there's no need for it. Because everybody knows that he has a blue Rinnegan, like a blue eye in his hand. And that does catch the eye of Madara and the Akatsuki, but Madara doesn't want to risk, trying to get the Nine Tails and Naruto at the same time. Well, both. Won't risk getting Naruto right now because he doesn't have full strength, and neither does the Akatsuki. They do have pain, but Naruto has a Rinnegan in his eye. Not in his eye, but in his hand, and they don't know what that Rinnegan can do. So, pain, yeah. So, yeah. That's what that was going like. So, Naruto's trained a little bit with Naruto and Hinata. Naruto's trained a little bit with Sasuke and Hinata, and Gaara trained with Naruto personally, like. So it was basically like Sasuke, Neji, and Hinata would train. Those 2 were trained together. And Temari and Sakura would train, and Gaara and Naruto would train. Obviously, Temari wasn't a pushover, so Sakura actually had to train. Like, actually had to put in work. And so did Temari. So I'm gonna say, like, Temari and Sakura was like, I'm gonna say Sakura was just a little bit stronger, but Temari had more strats in her book. So yeah. Anyway, Naruto basically like tells Gaara like, you can access the One Tail's power while keeping your sanity, and Naruto doesn't do that to the Nine Tails because Naruto finds no need for the Nine Tails power. Now, the Nine Tails still has his hatred for humans, and still, like, if Naruto gets sad or gets very angry, the Nine Tails will still take over and just go apeshit crazy. But personally, the Nine Tails and Naruto is cool. But if Naruto get mad, And Nine Tails was like his hype man. So yeah. Yeah. So, which is also why Naruto tries to tries to distinguish fights fast, because because Naruto in this has a very short temper, including the fact that the Nine Tails being that more like, yeah, bro, he definitely just did that. Now we gotta kill him. So, yeah. So Naruto. No, those 2 days pass, and Naruto walks out the house, but Tamari's trailing him this time, and he kind of walks into like the forest of death, and Tamari looks, and she sees like this little weird black like slit happen into a tree, and he walks through it. So Tamari, before it closes, because this was actually one of Kaguya's portal things, Kaguya taught Naruto it before she left, like 2 days before she left. And Tamara walks into it, and she sees like this little house, and Naruto walks into it. So Tamari, walks into it, and Naruto's like, well, since you're already in here and this is like not a place for people, you might as well just come in. And Tamari walks in, and she sees like a whole bunch of pictures of Kaguya and Naruto, the Uchiha clan, Kaguya and Naruto, Sasuke, all of them. Including some pictures with the third and Kaguya and Naruto and stuff like that. So Naruto was like, this is where I used to live. And Naruto, so Mario was like, so how did you get, what? Like, this place doesn't even look like a place on the earth. And Naruto was like, I don't question it, so you shouldn't. And fuck. Naruto started laughing, and Tamari was like, well, okay. Like, she just doesn't care. And she looks over and she sees Kaguya, like, just a standalone picture of Naruto and Kaguya. There's a lot of them, but this one stands out to her because this is when Naruto was a baby. Like, a baby. Like, Naruto was in her arms type shit. Oh, sorry. My fault. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it Disney Channel friendly, so I think I kind of ruined that aspect of it anyway, so I don't really care now. But, yeah. So, Naruto's, like, in her arms, so she grabs it, and she was gonna ask Naruto about it, but Naruto was like, we gotta go, so instead of, like, putting it back, she, like, put it in her pocket. And Naruto doesn't notice, but he thinks that he doesn't notice it at all. So like they go back through the portal and they come back, and like Naruto just ditches her in the middle of the forest, and she had to walk back all the way by herself. So when Naruto gets back into the house and Tamari gets in there, Tamari's like completely annoyed at Naruto for like letting her just have to walk all the way back. But Naruto, before they left, told her she can't tell anyone what she saw here. So she can't really say where she went or why she's mad at Naruto. All everybody knows is that she's mad at Naruto, and Naruto just doesn't give a fuck. Like, he doesn't care. So Naruto, at this point in time, doesn't, like, he's just looking, like, Naruto at this point in time, he's basically just waiting for something exciting to happen. And since the third Hokage was got, like, since Jiraiya heard that the Leaf Village almost got attacked, Jiraiya's on his way back to the Leaf Village, and so is Itachi. Now, if y'all don't know, I said Itachi was part of this squad that the Lord Third put together. And I think I'm going to say Shisui's in there too. Which, yeah, I'm going to say Shisui's in there too. So it's the two of the most strongest Uchihas are in there. Meaning that Danzo doesn't have Shisui's eye. Meaning that Danzo's more relaxed and is not as buck wild when it comes to the Uchiha clan. Even though he is, it's like, bruh, you can't really do anything because you don't have Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan, so you can't really do shit. Also, I never really found out if Shisui's stuff was internal. It was the eternal Megakure Sharingan, but I'm gonna say it is. I'm gonna say like he had like a little sister or something, and when she was like when the village got like when the clan got slaughtered, I'm gonna say she unlocked her Mangekyo watching her parents die, and then when by the time Shisui could actually get back to their compound, she was bleeding out and stuff like that, and she basically told Shisui to take her eyes. And I'm gonna say this is Shisui's oldest sister. This is Shisui's she's older than Shisui, and Shisui takes her eyes after he unlocks his Mangekyo, and she smiles at him and is like, "You need to take my eyes so you don't go blind." And he takes them, and she's smiling, and she dies in his arms, and sad stuff. Um, yeah, but Itachi tries not to use his Mangekyo so much because he doesn't. The only way he can get his Mangekyo to become immortal like Shisui's is through either swapping eyes with Sasuke um or getting his eyes healed up to the point where he can use them constantly. But he doesn't have either of those options, so yeah, he just doesn't use it. He just uses his 3 Tomoe. Some of the times. Like most of the time. But depending on what mission they go on, he has to use his Mangekyo. So he's not as blind, but he is sick. And the third has been trying to find Tsunade to like try to help out Itachi, so that way he doesn't miss his brothers growing up. Point of view. So yeah, Naruto, Jiraiya gets into the village, and the first thing he does is try to look for Naruto. Now, he goes to Lord Third next to Lord Third, where's Naruto? Lord Third points him toward this house. It's a pretty decent sized house. It's not a small apartment building or anything. It's like an actual house. And, Jiraiya gets there and I was like, oh, pretty good house you got going here. So he knocks on the door. I said door. He knocks on the door and Sasuke opens the door. And Sasuke tells Jiraiya to come in. And Jiraiya notices that the One Tails is in here and the Sand Ninjas in here. So he's already got suspicions. So then Naruto walks from the back and Jiraiya immediately notices Naruto, but he notices another thing, like why are there bandages across his eye? So Jiraiya tells Naruto it's been a long time, and Naruto looks up and is like, oh, it's Jiraiya, bro, I ain't seen the mans in forever, what's good with you, dude? Hey, did you ever finish mastering Sage Mode? Stuff like that. And I'm gonna say they met one time when Naruto was little, I'm gonna say 4 or whatever, and you would think that Naruto wouldn't remember this stuff, but I'm gonna say he does, because it's small with F. Anyway, so Jiraiya was like, yeah, I mastered it, stuff like that, yeah, we chilling now, we got this. And Jiraiya was like, you want me to try to teach you the Rasengan again? And Naruto's like, so nah, bro, I can't even use chakra natures like that. And Jiraiya was like, wait, what do you mean? And he was like, but there's another thing I could do. And they step outside, and Sasuke shoots a fireball jutsu at him. And Naruto kind of holds up his hand and absorbs the fireball jutsu. And Jiraiya shook. He's like, wait a minute, hold on, what? You just did what now? Absorbed it? How? Naruto basically explains the eye in his hand can absorb stuff and shoot out chakra hands. And Naruto holds up his hand and fires the ball with 100 different times strength just out of his hand, which kind of sears everything within which kind of makes everything within Naruto's general area of a mile very hot. Just everything within that area just got stupid dumb hot. And I'm gonna say the third Hokage kind of walks over there and was like, yeah, y'all need to take that somewhere else, because y'all just made half of the entire village overwhelmingly hot. And he just poofs, and Naruto looks back and sees Temari trying to fan off the heat, but it's not working. So Naruto looks at looks at Jiraiya and was like, so what you doing? And he was like, well, we gotta go find Tsunade. And Gaara was like, well, we should start heading back to the Sand Village. And Naruto was like, nah, y'all should wait. And Gaara was like, I guess. And Naruto and Jiraiya leave, but Jiraiya body flickers, and Naruto's just standing there, and Jiraiya body flickers back. He was like, what do you, like, you can't body flicker? I thought you could body flicker. And Naruto was like, no, that's just my speed. And Naruto asks them where they're going. And Jiraiya tells them, like, this is where the last place they seen Tsunade. And Naruto's like, alright, bet. And Naruto is just dips, and Jiraiya kind of body flickers away. And Jiraiya still can't believe that this man has a Rinnegan, because Jiraiya knows what the Rinnegan is. He can't believe that Naruto has a Rinnegan in the palm of his hand. Like, it's just there. So Jiraiya basically was like thinking to himself, like, what did Kaguya do to you, my dude? Like, dang. And when they get there, Naruto's basically arguing with somebody. I'm gonna say it's like this little girl. About, like, cause Naruto, like, she basically called Naruto scary, and Naruto's, how am I scary? And she was like, cause you weird. And Naruto was like, how am I weird? And he was like, cause you match her. And there was a poster of, like, the Kaguya, and Naruto took it down. I was like, how did I get a poster of my mom? And the little girl, like, ran to her dad, and Jiraiya's just watching this now, cause, like, Naruto, like, Jiraiya just got that interested in Naruto. And I'm gonna say when Naruto, like, activates his little weird chakra cloak thing that he does, it doesn't include the Nine Tails power yet. But, like, I'm gonna say, like, one of his, like, that one blue eye that he has, because, you know, Naruto had blue eyes, it gets, like, bright blue. So, yeah, I like that. So Naruto kind of, like, Naruto's eye kind of gets bright blue, and he asks him, like, yo, where did y'all get this picture from? And the dad was like, I took it, why? And he was like, because it's a picture of my mom. Do y'all know where she's at? And they basically kind of go off and, like, no, we don't know where that monster's at, you know, all this other stuff. She came through here a couple of years ago and was acting weird. And Naruto's like, so you call her a monster? And now, like, Jiraiya is getting ready to intervene because he knows where this is going. And right before Naruto could do anything, Jiraiya walks up to him and says, all right, Naruto, let's go. And Naruto basically looked back at him like, you so lucky right now, bro. You are so lucky. You just don't understand how lucky you are. And Naruto, like, they get the hotel room, and so I'm gonna say, since the Akatsuki are not full strength, they don't send any relevant people. Like, they don't send they don't send what's the name? The fuck is that nigga name? Shit, I can't remember. Kisame. There it is. Kisame. They don't send Kisame. They send, like, these other two random, like, Jonin level people to retrieve Naruto because they just wanted to join. And since, you know, they don't have any unique capabilities, they were just basically easy fodder. So they knock on the door. Naruto, like, opens it, and they're like, "You're coming with us, kid." And Naruto's like, "Huh? Like, what?" And I'm gonna say Naruto knows of what Itachi and Shisui does, but he doesn't tell Sasuke because that'll want Sasuke. Sasuke will want to be what they do, and Itachi doesn't want that for Sasuke. So, like, they're talking, like, "You're coming with us," and I'm gonna just say Shisui and Itachi just walk up to him and put them underneath genjutsus and just walk off. And Jiraiya walks up the stairs later on and sees Naruto with the door open, just standing there, and was like, well, with the door open, just laughing. And Naruto basically was like, he was just done for. Like, he was literally just dying laughing. And Jiraiya asked him, well, I found a lead on Tsunade. You coming or not? And Naruto was like, yeah. So they leave like the hotel area and they go toward the bar where Tsunade is. And Tsunade, Tsunade's doing what she does and can and getting drunk and talking stuff. So Jiraiya walks up to her and was like, you know, you should come back to the village. You know, Lord, our master wants to see you and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, that old geezer, you know, stuff, like, just basically just talking stuff. And then Naruto gets offended when she started talking about the fourth Hokage. He doesn't know why, he just gets offended. But Nine Tails kind of tells him, like, as she's in the middle of talking, like, you know that the fourth Hokage was your pops? And Naruto's like, so wait a minute. You talking about my father, big dog? Like, you can't be doing that. And she's like, and who's the little freak in nature that you brought with you? Now Naruto's really, like, interested in what she's saying. Because, like, I'm a freak of nature? And that's basically what he says. And she was like, yeah, I mean, look at you. You're pale skin. You kind of match that ghost lady. And Naruto gets visibly angry and was like, okay, make a deal with you. If I beat you, you gotta come back to the Hidden Leaf Village. But if I don't, you don't have to do anything. And I'm gonna say since Tsunade, I'm gonna say she's a little bit more drunk than she was in canon. And since Tsunade is more cocky when she's drunk, I'm gonna say she just 1v1s him when she's drunk, which puts her at a major disadvantage because it's Naruto in this story. So I'm gonna say she tries to, like, they get to a field and she's trying to punch on Naruto, and Naruto uses like his chakra hands, like, just kind of like muffle the, like, just kind of stops them from hitting him, basically, because he can manipulate his chakra, so he kind of puts like little chakra shields with every punch that she throws. They break through, but since like she's already drunk, it just kind of throws her off balance, so she kind of like pulls back the punch. So Naruto uses a chakra arm, picks her up and throws her into the floor, and I'm gonna say she passes out. And Naruto, Jiraiya takes her back to the hotel room, and Naruto's like, well, I'm not tired. So Naruto stays up the whole night staring out through the window. And there's two beds in the room, and Jiraiya's in one and Tsunade's in the other. And Tsunade's still drunk, so she's like just reeks of beer. So I'm gonna say Tsunade wakes up and she just sees Naruto staring out into space, like just staring, and she thinks like, what is up with that dude? And Jiraiya basically informs, like, doesn't tell her anything of major importance, but just tells her, like, you know, the person that you made fun of is just like his adopted mom. And Tsunade kind of feels bad. And yeah, so they're on their way back to the village. Orochimaru doesn't attack because there's no need for him to get Tsunade at this present moment in time. And so is Itachi and Shisui. And Shisui, no, I'm gonna say Shisui and Itachi was already there. And Shisui pulled Sasuke off to the side. Like, basically just ran up to Sasuke, put him underneath a Genjutsu, grabbed him, took him somewhere to meet Itachi. Itachi, when Sasuke woke up, Itachi was standing there and he was like, sorry about this. And he was like, sorry about what? Sasuke already has the 2 Tomoe Sharingan because he was messing with Naruto. Like, they was training and stuff. So what Itachi did was basically put him underneath a Genjutsu and made him watch his entire family and everyone he ever loved dying, including like the village and stuff like that, from the masked man. And since they know what the Akatsuki robes and stuff look like now, they basically just implement that onto them. And I would say Sasuke doesn't unlock his Mangekyo. He unlocks a third Tomoe, and then, like, I'm gonna say, by the time Naruto, cause they're taking their time, cause Tsunade is still kind of woozy and tipsy, so I'm gonna say it takes them a span of like a day and a half. No, I'm gonna say like it takes like 3 days to get back to the village. And within the span of those 3 days, Sasuke unlocks his Mangekyo, but like he doesn't know because he's underneath the Genjutsu. And they released it, and Sasuke was basically like, "What was that for? Like, why?" And yeah, so they get back to the village, and Tsunade's immediately brought, because like basically Itachi informs Lord Third that Sasuke just unlocked his Mangekyo. And I'm gonna say, when they found out that Tsunade was into the village, they already had Itachi and Sasuke set up on the operating tables and stuff like that. So she was immediately brought to like the ninja hospital. And since like Danzo was there, but I'm gonna say Lord Third was there too. Like Hiruzen was there too. So even if Danzo wanted to do something, he couldn't. And Danzo was basically like I hate how I missed these damn Uchihas. I could have took their Sharingans and Mangekyos and stuff for myself. And Shisui's there too, but Shisui is like, he basically put Danzo underneath a Genjutsu to where he only sees Lord Third. And Tsunade gets there and notices, and she's like, "Whoa, wait a minute, hold on, I gotta do what now?" And the Third basically informs her, all you have to do is take this kid's eyes and put them inside that one, and take that one's out and put them inside that one, and then heal them. Also, you might have to heal this guy's sickness. And she does it, and she heals Itachi's sickness. I'm sorry, but I don't think Itachi should have died the way that he did. Like, don't get me wrong, that was so poetic and stuff like that, but like, they ain't never have to kill my mans off like that. Anyway, so yeah, Naruto, like, when Sasuke gets back to like, I'm gonna say Sasuke's in the hospital and Naruto visits him. Like, Sasuke and Itachi was in the hospital, and Itachi promises Sasuke that, you know, he's gonna train them, and so does Shisui. And so Sasuke's like, alright, bet. And Naruto's like, well, since you're doing that, I'm gonna go and train a lot by myself. And I'm gonna just put this out there. There is another Otsutsuki on the planet. Make him up. He was friends with Kaguya. The only difference was he was more reluctant. Like, he was reluctant to fight. Like, he didn't want to fight. He knows of Naruto's existence, and Naruto knows it's his existence. But since he's so good at like hiding and like masking his chakra signals and stuff like that, it's been hard for Naruto to find him. But Kaguya was like, if you ever need to find him, you know, basically try to get directly underneath the moon, and that's probably where he'll be at. So Naruto starts like Naruto basically asks for permission, and their Third grants it to him. And Naruto, this is like the little months of training that they left with. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna be ending this part off. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know what that one guy's power should be and what his name should be in the comments. Let me know if y'all want me to like drop my Discord server name and like my name in a comment, and I'll do that. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Peace out.